Today I'm going to answer the first CCR question. I will divide this question into two parts. So I'm going to talk about conventions first. Conventions are repeated ways of constructing media text that over time have become accepted by the audiences. The meaning that is constructed by codes and conventions is culturally determined. I, in my film, have used some of the conventions and challenged some of them. So, the first convention I have followed is using the production house name at the beginning of my film. I followed this convention to tell my audience who executed the film. The second convention is character introduction, and I followed it because my film revolves around only one character, so it was pivotal to introduce the character at the beginning of the film. Another convention I followed was establishing the genre, theme, and title. It was important to use this convention so that the audience know what they're going to watch. The fourth convention I used is sound. I used both diegetic and non-diegetic sounds in my film. Nowadays, sound has become the highlight of thriller and horror movies, sometimes even more important than the screen. Enigma is another convention I used. It is used to intrigue and create a sense of mysterious tension. As my film is a thriller, I wanted to hook my audience, so I left a cliffhanger to create a mysterious effect. And the last convention I followed is the narration, as it helps the movie along and serves as a great way to keep things on track. Part of the question, I'm going to talk about how social issues and group are represented in the thriller genre. The social issue being represented in my film is crime. Crime is an unlawful act punishable by a state or other authority. It creates a state of tension in the smoothly running society. That is why it is labeled as one of the biggest social problems. Crime represents a type of formal deviation from social customs and norms administered by the authority or state. The movie I made is a crime thriller. I made a survey, and by looking at the results, I found out that many people were interested in the genre. I got to know that 62.4% of people like to watch thrillers. The opening scene of my film shows that the character has done a crime. This shows how tense a person is when he has done something illegal. In some countries, there is no justice, so people take revenge on others, which is more dangerous. After committing a crime, some people feel angry, upset, and some people are surprised at just how emotional they feel after a crime. These strong emotions can make you feel even more unsettled and confused. This is shown in my film too. After committing the crime, the character shows signs of nervousness and pressure. Her face tells that something wrong is going to happen. In my film opening, I challenge some stereotypes. The portrayal of women doing a crime challenges the stereotypes, as in our society, females are always considered victims, as they can easily become emotionally unstable as opposed to men. The social group represented in my film are teenagers, as people of this age are usually drawn by the intense storylines and graphic action.